So what types of stocks am I interested in? Well, I am interested in individual stocks, but I'm not really the type to really be like focused on that, because some companies I know about, some companies I don't know about much, and some companies I love to keep up with, and some companies I just absolutely don't want to keep up with at all. So companies like, say, maybe like Apple, maybe some car companies, some other tech companies, I may be interested in following these individual companies and purchasing stock, just because I know a lot about the company. Like, for instance, with Apple, I know a lot about Apple in the sense of being a consumer. I have had an iPhone. Right now, I am recording on an iPhone. I've had an iPhone since iPhone 3G. I've had the 3G, the 3GS, the 4, the 4S, the 5, the 5S. I skipped out on the 6, the 7, the 8, and then I got the iPhone 10. I didn't get those R iPhones or anything like that. Then I ended up getting the 13 Pro Max. Then now I'm on the 16 Pro Max. So being a consumer, I have had a lot of Apple iPhones. I have a Mac at home. I have iPads. I'm an Apple guy. Why? I have no idea. Some of you might be PC people, and you might have a problem with everything I just said. But this is not about that. I just feel connected to Apple in some way, to the point where I would love to invest in Apple individually. But it depends on what's going on with them. So that's one. But the next thing I would not mind investing in is real estate. But real estate, I don't want to invest in real estate in the way where I need to manage tenants. I don't want to manage tenants. I've seen too many bad things as far as like, the tenants, when it's time for them to move or whatever, they tear up your house. They leave it looking like trash. I don't want to deal with that shit. No. Right? Also, the responsibility of keeping up the property, I don't want to deal with that. I don't. But I do want to invest in real estate. The way I want to invest in real estate is like, say, I want to give someone that wants to own the home or the apartment building, like commercial real estate and stuff like that. I want to give them the money and then let them handle the tenants. Let them manage it and just pay me something. I want to earn some money from this. That's what it is. I don't really want to deal with anybody. I don't want to deal with people. Like, people can be nasty and I don't want to deal with all that. That's too much responsibility. Like I said in the previous video, I want it to be more passive. I want it to grow over time. I don't want to be fully responsible. If I want to go out there and work and start a business or start a career in something that I love to do, that's on me. But while I'm putting my money to work, I don't want to manage people, especially people. I don't want to do that. But I am interested in REITs though, REITs, I am going to purchase a whole lot of those. I'm just being honest and upfront right now. Cryptocurrency, I don't have enough understanding of cryptocurrency for me to even be comfortable and say, yeah, invest in cryptocurrency. I have people that say, yeah, you make sure you invest in this, invest in that, and I'm like a deer in headlights. Like, I don't see the hype. I don't see the big deal. But I also understand to some level that Bitcoin is Bitcoin. And when I look at Bitcoin being priced out what it is for one Bitcoin, I'm like, yeah, I ain't got that kind of money. So, I mean, I get it when Bitcoin, when it first hit the market or I don't know the proper terminology. So, like I said, I'm a rookie. So please forgive me if I'm not saying certain things correctly. But I know when Bitcoin first hit the market, people were saying like, "Oh, you better get him, you better get him," and then next thing you know, Bitcoin just shot up, and now it's worth like a whole lot of money that I can't afford at the moment for one Bitcoin. So I'm looking at it like, am I interested in Bitcoin or am I interested in cryptocurrency? Will all other cryptocurrencies shoot up like Bitcoin? I don't know. Am I interested because everybody's doing it? I am. But at the same time, though, I'm like, it's not everybody that's going to be another Bitcoin. So hearing all the horror stories, seeing all the things online and people losing a lot of money in Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency, they losing a lot of money. I'm like, do I even want to try to invest in this? Especially something I don't have much knowledge on. I said, nah. If you invest in crypto, I know the reason why is because I don't have enough understanding of what this thing is. I just don't. So please don't hold it against me. But as far as like index funds, I think that's what they're called, like ETFs. Yeah, I'm interested in that. Long-term growth is what I'm interested in. Stuff for my kids, stuff for when I retire. I got even like being paid dividends. I'm into that type of stuff. I think they're called like blue chip stocks and stuff like that. Like I want to be able to be paid a consistent amount of dividends, so I don't have to live off of what I've earned or what my money has grown to when it's time for me to retire. If I want to get an RV, my wife and I, we talk about this all the time. We get an RV, we hit the road, and we sell the house. We do the kids gone off. They're adults. They probably got kids or whatever. We got an RV and we hit the road. That's the future that my wife wants, and I'm all for it too. So when it comes down to certain types of stocks, man, or certain types of investments, I'm only interested in specific kinds. I'm not interested in what everybody's interested in. It kind of makes it enticing because everybody's interested in it, like cryptocurrency. But at the same time, I'm just like, nah, I don't know, man. I may or may not even purchase any type of crypto. My focus is long term. And long term is for retirement, for passive, eventually. I know the individual stocks, depending on how much I invest in them, I could literally get a whole lot of a return. It just depends on what's going on with that company at that time. But that's a gamble I'm willing to gamble at some point. So just think about it like this. 90% of my decisions or investments will be for long term, and 10% will be for me to play around and possibly lose, and I don't care if I lose, which is like the individual stocks and stuff like that. And even some cryptocurrency in there. But crypto, maybe 1% of that 10% that I am interested in investing in. I'm just not really, I don't understand the hype around crypto. I just don't. I know some of y'all are probably going to come for me in the comments, but again, I'm a rookie. I don't understand. Help a brother understand. Put it in the comments below. And maybe at some point, I'll be doing a video. Sorry for the sunlight. Maybe at some point, I'll be doing a video saying, hey guys, I bought my first cryptocurrency. Or maybe my portfolio gets big enough to the point where I probably have like a whole lot of money and I could get a few Bitcoin. I don't know, right? I don't know. But at some point, I'm prepared for it all, y'all. I'm prepared for it all. I'm super excited to take y'all on this journey with me. I'm super excited. And I just can't wait. to actually get a return. And for those that said, nah, I'm not interested, I can't wait to see the look on their faces when they actually see what my portfolio looks like in the long run. And for me to say, I told you. But anyway, have a great one, and I'll see you in the next one.